Anthony Hartwig here with a Canfield softball player profile. We are joined by junior Sydney Lutz. Sydney, thank you so much for taking the time to talk with us today.
Thank you for having me.
You got it. Now, when you talk about juniors, we talk about taking that next step from underclassmen to upperclassmen, a little bit more responsibilities put on your shoulders, a little bit more leadership asked of you. How have you been navigating that so far this year?
Yeah, I mean, as a starting sophomore last year, I was really nervous, but now this year I'm more comfortable on the field and I'm just having fun playing with my friends.
When you think about being not nervous this year, what do you think has been the big difference in confidence and your ability so far this year, you think?
I think getting closer with all my teammates and especially Coach Kernan, I just I know that they trust me and I think that helps me a lot with my confidence.
Before the season started, knowing that you were going into a junior season, knowing that you were going to be asked of a little bit more, what were some goals that you set for yourself, some things that you wanted to see yourself accomplish and get done before the season was over?
Yeah, I wanted to improve from my season last year. Like I said again with my confidence, I was really struggling with that last year, so I'm glad I can work on that.
Talk about some of the work that you put in the off season and some of the things that you think you really improved on in the game specifically from last year to this year.
Mhm. In the off season, I work a lot on my defense and with my hitting, especially. I do a lot of individual work, so I think that really helps me on the field.
When we look at this Canfield lineup, you're a an anchor in the top half of the order, and you always seem to manage to get the big hits and the big times. Talk about your mindset when you're up at the plate and what's been working so well for you. You think this year?
When I step up to the plate, I just know that I have to keep my confidence, and I can't think negatively. I try my best to think positively and just tell myself to put the ball in play to help my team.
Everyone has their own routine at the plate. What's yours? What's the thing that you do repetitively to make sure that you're in the same mindset, same routine?
When I step up to the box first pitch, I always say a little prayer and then I take a look at the same spot on my bat every time and then I step in the box.
Is it the same prayer every time, or do you kind of rotate a couple of them that make you get into that nice calm mental zone?
It's the same prayer every time. My grandma taught me it, so I really like it.
Awesome, I like that. Now, everyone also at Canfield gets a walk-up song. We've heard it a lot on YSN. What's your walk-up song, and what does it say about you? You think?
Well, my walk-up song used to be Yes Indeed, but I changed it to Black and Yellow this year. My cousin helped me find it, and it reminds me of the Steelers, and I grew up a Steelers fan, so I was surrounded by that, and I just really like the beat, and it makes me feel confident and motivated when I go up to hit.
It's not surprising that someone that takes defense so seriously is a Steelers fan because obviously that franchise known for their defense. Let's talk about this defense because there are games when you don't get a lot of balls hit to you because Milena, as we all know, is just gets in that groove where she's striking out 10, 11, 12 in a row. From a defensive standpoint, what keeps you engaged in those times when Milena's just doing her job?
I think the starter steps really help me every pitch to stay focused. And in my head, before Milena pitches it, I always tell myself just go for every play you can get. So
We all know Melina gets a lot of attention because of how good she is, and there's a lot of hoopla and attention around Canfield softball because of what she's been able to do and the success she's been able to have. From your perspective, being in the defense behind her, being able to watch her every practice, every game, being able to spend so much time with her, what's it been like to be a part of her journey and to be a part of a team that features her in the circle?
it's really fun to watch her work. It's motivating for myself to watch her be so hardworking, and I'm really proud of her and how far she's come. And I just love to watch her improve.
Now let's transition into talking about Coach Kernan because you brought him up a little bit earlier. We all know Coach Kernan. We see him in the sidelines. He's such a focused coach, and he gets in this competitive zone when he's on the third base side. What's something about Coach Kernan that you think you could tell us that we don't get to see during the games?
Um, he always tells jokes during practice. Um, they're just random, but we all love him when he comes up with them.
No, the one thing I like about Coach Kernan is he's never afraid to get involved with the antics or with the rally caps or anything that it
Mhm.
needs to make you guys feel like he's a part of the team. What does that do for you, having a coach that's able to let his hair down a little bit and have fun with you guys? Obviously, he knows how to get serious when he needs to, but also able to be a part of the fun and able to be loose with you guys. What's that mean to you?
It feels like he's really engaged with us, and really just it makes me feel like he puts his confidence in all of us, and he always tells us that he believes in us and we could do it. So I think that helps us a lot.
We've seen Coach Kernan grow a lot of players individually into really, really talented players by the time they graduate in high school. What is one part of your game that you think he's the most responsible for in helping you grow in?
I think probably hitting. I'd say he always stresses hitting the outside corner and inside corner, and just always staying focused at the plate and having a good mental mindset.
We know you're more than just a softball player. You have much more to your identity. What other things are you passionate about? What other things do you kind of get involved in to make sure you're a well-rounded person?
I'm really into reading. I read a lot. I like hanging out with my friends a lot as well, and I always hang out with my family. I'm really close with them, so it's fun.
What kind of books do you like to read? Are you more of a fiction? What kind of genre? What's your favorite author? Things like that.
I like fiction a lot. I read a lot of random books. Whatever pops up on my feed, because I have a Kindle, so I use that a lot.
Do you have a favorite author? One that's no matter what time they put out a book, it's going to be a good one.
My favorite author right now, I'd probably say Laura Nolan. She wrote "If He Had Been With Me," so that's my favorite book right now.
Now, you get to pick the books that you read for pleasure and you read for fun, but you get books assigned to you as part of, his class. So I'm wondering, what's your favorite book that was a part of an assignment that was the one that you picked, obviously, but one that was assigned to you?
I liked reading The Great Gatsby in school this year. It was a really popular book, but I've never read it before, so it was also interesting reading a book written in the 1920s. So that was fun.
You talked about hanging out with your friends. What's your favorite thing to do with your friends? What's your favorite hangout spot?
My friends and I like to go play pickleball, so that's fun. We also just drive around a lot, and we usually go get ice cream or something.
How good are you at pickleball?
I'm not too great, but I'm definitely getting better.
You think if Canfield had a pickleball team, you would go out for it? If it wasn't in the spring, of course.
Oh yes, I definitely would. That would be so much fun.
You also said ice cream, so I want to know what your favorite ice cream flavor is.
From Handles, I'd probably say Monkey Business. No, I've been getting that a lot. So
For those that aren't handle, connoisseurs, describe what monkey business is, because I know it's a fun flavor.
hmm it's a banana flavor with a little bit of caramel in it. Yeah.
Caramel and banana, that's two that you wouldn't think would go together, but
hmm
they really do. What about your family? You talked about your family, hanging out with your family. Everyone has a part of their family that makes it feel unique to them or makes it feel really special to them. What's that about your family? What's the thing about your family that makes it feel special and unique to you?
I mean, I would do anything with my family. We always go to Pirates games in the summer, so that's fun to do that with them. And just talking with my family, just hanging out with them, going on vacations. I'm really close with them, so yeah.
How competitive is your family? You're an athlete, you get your competitive juices in pickleball and softball. How competitive does your whole family get?
My family actually isn't very competitive, so I don't really know where I get that from. But yeah.
So they probably pass on family game night with you because it's like, hey, Cindy might take this a little bit too seriously.
Well, no, we actually always have family game
Oh,
nights.
awesome! There's that. That's competitive. What's your family game of choice?
There's a lot. My family loves to play Catan, but I don't know how to play that. But my mom loves Yahtzee, and we also play Codenames a lot.
Yahtzee, that's classic. I love it.
Mhm.
When we talk about dugout snacks, I want to know if you had to have one dugout snack for the rest of your career, you couldn't have anything except it. What would be your go-to?
I'd probably say Cheez-Its, honestly, because Coach Kernan, he brings a snack bag, and there's always Cheez-Its in there, so I really like those.
Now, do you like the original Cheez-Its? Is it the toasted ones, the different flavored ones, or just the OGs?
I like the toasted ones. Those are really good.
Awesome. All right, so now we have to talk about the drinks in the dugout too. Some people like the energy drink, some people like the Gatorade, some people just go with water. Which one do you go with?
Actually, I don't really like Gatorade, so I just bring water usually.
Hey,
Yeah, sometimes I'll bring a vitamin water occasionally.
no shame in that. Gatorade's not for everybody, right? So, when you think of the best way to celebrate a big win with your team, what do you think is the best big win celebration?
I mean, when we have away games and we get a big win, it's really fun. We have a speaker on the bus and we bring a microphone, so just singing all together with my team, it's always so much fun.
Now, I've been told that you're kind of in charge of the team playlist a little bit, that you have control over the songs. What's that responsibility like?
It's a little pressuring, I want to make sure that everyone knows the songs that we sing, but everyone has different types of music taste, I guess. So every time they request a song, I put it on and just hope everyone likes it.
What's your personal playlist look like?
My playlist. I listen to Taylor Swift, which is so basic, but I do. And I like Olivia Rodrigo. So those are my top two, probably.
Do you have a song that you can listen to and it'll always get you like ready to go, hyped up and ready to go out and play?
I do. I like Love Up by Ciara. It's really motivating and I like the beat.
All right, Sydney, one of the things that I also want to know, you get to represent Canfield every day. You get to put on their jersey, go out there, represent that school system. What makes you so proud to be a Cardinal and to put on those colors and wear Canfield across your chest?
I mean, I've been going to Canfield my whole life, so just growing up with all my teammates, I think that really means a lot, that we're all bonding and just representing Canfield, and I really love it.
You were a part of this team last year that went all the way to the state championship game, fell just short. How hungry do you think this team is now, especially because you're getting closer and closer, trying to get back to Firestone Stadium and get a win this time around?
Yeah, I think we're pretty hungry for it. I mean, I think we're motivated and we have the momentum going, so I'm excited to see how it plays out.
Now, I know athletes don't like to look ahead. We're not trying to make you do that, but just real quick, what would a state championship mean to you?
Oh, winning a state championship would mean everything to me. I work hard in the off season to just help my team, and I know my team, we all work very hard as well. And our team chemistry is just amazing. And softball is my life, so it would just mean everything to me.
All right, Sydney, before we let you go, we want to give you the time, like we do with every player profile, to take the spotlight off yourself for a little bit and shine on your support system, the people that are always there for you, have your back, no matter what, and give you the time to give out your thanks and your shout-outs now.
I really want to thank my parents for everything that they do for me. I couldn't do this without them, especially my dad, because he helps me do everything that I do in the off season. And I want to thank my coaches, all my coaches I've had growing up. I wouldn't be here without them either. They've helped me improve. And I want to thank my grandma and grandpa as well for always telling me how to fix my mistakes. And I want to thank my sister also. Honorable mention.
Honorable mention. I like that. Sydney, thank you so much for taking the time to join us today. We appreciate you giving us a little bit of an insight into what your season looks like and how hard you work. We wish you the best of luck the rest of this tournament run. We hope it goes as far as it can. We hope you're getting a good big trophy at the end of the season, and we can't wait to talk to you again real soon.
Thank you so much.